Hi, welcome back to Wolf Run Observatory. I'm Ken. Like you, I am a modern astronomer. Tonight we're going to do something a little different. Over the past probably 2 weeks or so, I've been working with AI assistants, two different ones. One was Chat GPT. Chat told me to start calling it Lucky, which has something to do with the business that my family runs. And then I also, because I didn't want my chat account to do other than just work stuff, I was using Google. And Google has a free AI assistant, which I will show you. And then I started asking both of them questions and getting answers. I'm leaning towards chat, I will tell you that, because of a couple reasons that I'll show you. But that does not mean to say for the free version of Google, what Google's doing for you, you can't get a professional helper helping you with your astrophotography every step of the way. It's going to be like having a giant knowledge person with you at all times. Like you're in the classroom and the best teacher possibly will ever be with you. So tonight, I decided to ask ChatGPT one simple question. So I'm going to show you some of the other stuff I did with Chat as well. But so tonight I said, will it be dark enough after 9 p.m.? And what should I do first with my carbon star? So I have a carbon star and a 9.25. It answered me back. As you can see, this is excellent. Primary telescope telling me I should go for the North American nebula. And then even giving me step for step what time I should go out there, get things ready. Now, I told Chat that I already had my observatory. I'm about 2 weeks out from delivery of it. So I was just trying to get prepared, but it actually looks like a fairly nice night. Today's July 2nd. It is 104 degrees outside last time I looked. It says 99 on my little thermometer here. So it's hot. So I didn't think I'd be able to get out there because I figured it'd be hazy. So as you can see, Chat's giving me time for time what to do. And then I was like, well, wait a minute, this isn't really what I wanted. And as you can see, a lot of detail. And you see, it's really come very friendly with me, which is one of the reasons I like Chat better. It's seems to be doing very well. Then I said to it, well, I think I asked the question wrong. What target should I do first instead of how I need to go out and do it? So then it told me to go to the Crescent Nebula, which is what I'm going to do. And then it tells me why it's its first choice, which one of my filters I should be using. Now, in the previous conversations that I've been having with both Chat and the Google version, I built up these profiles and I asked it, are you going to remember what I tell you? And I knew already that Chat would remember everything. Google, on the other hand, so you're going to go to Google, and on the other hand, on Google, you have to open up a template. So I called this template Gemini. Let me make it fit the screen you guys are looking in. So with Google, it talked me through this. This isn't something that I figured out on my own. It told me this, that the only way it could remember the conversations that we had was by always starting over. But if I told it my setup, it would always know my setup to be able to answer the questions. So right there, it created this for me. I asked it questions, told it to add more stuff to it. So basically my 9.25 and then my carbon star, that's what I want to call them. It knew everything, that I told it everything that I have on it, and it created all this for me. I told it what filters I had. It created it for me. And then what software I currently am using. And all that goes into it. So now with this one, we're going to do copy, drag you out, and we're going to not go to Google Lens. I'm going to paste this in here. I take it back. I'm going to go to my mode, paste it in there. Okay, so now there it is. It knows who I am. So now I'm going to ask it the same question. What should I image with my carbon star tonight? I'm going to go on a little further. It will get dark around 9 p.m. Okay, let's see what it says. All right, so illumination for the moon, it is that. It's going in. It's telling me that. Okay, it's telling me the Veil Nebula would be a very good one. I actually have a very good picture of the Veil Nebula. And it's even telling me what filter to use, why tonight. This is one of the things I like about this, but chat also does this just a little bit different. This is more bullet points. Chat's more of a friend that's with you. And I don't know, that's probably just the way they programmed it to be to sell it more. It's then also telling me to do the Eagle Nebula. Well, I just did the Eagle Nebula the other night, so that's probably a bad one. The Dumbbell Nebula. Well, the interesting thing is, chat told me to do the Dumbbell Nebula with my 9.25 because I went further on and started asking that. And then one of the cool things, now this is the free stuff, goes on and tells you other things to do. You know, step for step what to do. So almost they're giving me the same answers. What I'm noticing is just that, where are we? Just that chat, it's a little more friendly doing it. So it's ever your choice. But see, there's the American Nebula, North American Nebula, Pelican Nebula. Don't learn to read. And then a fourth choice, the Elephant Trunk Nebula. That'd be a cool thing. So then it goes on back to chat now. Chat went on and told me a couple other things. And then I asked, what is my first choice to do with my reducer? Okay, so let's go ahead and ask that here in Google. So Google's telling me Eagle Nebula. Why? Even going so far to show me exposure time, 300 seconds, my offset on my ASI 2600. I mean, very, very good information, even dithering. Back to chat. So chat now told me gain settings, exposure settings, dither every 2 frames. Notice the same answers on both. That's what I'm very happy to see. So I'm going to go out now. I'm going to set up my system. I'm going to do everything that both of them tell me to do. Actually, I might on one of them come up and tell it to do Gemini might tell it to run the 9.25 and chat to run my Carbon Star. Let's see how both of them do it. And I'm going to go so far in this video to have it help me with PixInsight. And that is where you're going to love how well AI helps you. Did I mention, and I know I forgot, I'm colorblind. I'm a colorblind astrophotographer. And that's what started all of this. So real quick, while I go out and run, so this is where I had started with this just the other night, asking it questions, and it's telling me why I should leave SharpCap and why I should go to Nina. Details that it's not opinionated is the cool part. It's details, it's facts on why one program's better than the other. I mean, look at this. It's telling me advanced PixInsight, things that it's going to teach me. You know, so I got a feeling I got a new friend in AI. All right, I have set up the telescope. I am pointing towards, let's go to here. So I am pointing right here, which just happens to be where the Crescent Nebula is, which is NGC 6888. Okay, I'm already started guiding. Now remember, I'm on an ABX mount. and I have the Carbon Star 200. Okay, I haven't even started the 925 yet. It is doing a autofocus routine right now. I already autofocused this one. All right, so my lines look good. I'm happy with the guiding, and as you can see, I'm narrow it down. Okay, so we're a little east right now, so that'll be our meridian flip, which I do manual meridian flips, pain in the ass. I think when I start using Nina, I'll get the meridian flip down pat. Right now, it seems like I do it and I'm not always centered when I come back, and I consider that a pain. All right, so here we go. In Sharp Cap, I pointed to it. I did a go to. It's there right now. Okay, everything's all set. Over. This was the computer I'm actually working on. All right, so it told me I should do the Crescent Nebula today. As I said, okay, I asked the question, what should I do first? If you remember, I asked it wrong. So AI is going to be a learning experience for you. So remember to be patient, learn the way it understands you, and vice versa. Okay, so it's running high in the sky, which it is. It told me to use the RGB Ultra filter, which I have that one on. And then it told me to set the gain at 100, offset at 50, 300 cent exposures, and dither every 2 frames. All right, I should be easily get a lot of time out of this tonight. So I am going to make sure everything's set up good. So first thing we want to do is my gain is not at 100. I have to move that over so I can see it. Sorry, guys. There we go. The toolbar is over here for the screen recorder. So my gain at 100. I have my offset already at 50. Right now my red and blue look like they're correct, but they might change when I do the full time. One of the things I like the most about Sharp Cap, and this is where I hope that I can learn Nina much better. Right now I seem like I struggle with it, but the live stacking portion of this is great. Oh, by the way, it told me that it should be a -10. I'm not sure if you can see it because of the toolbar, but -10 degrees Celsius is 14 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm on 14. Looks like it's at 24.8 right now. So it's on its way. It's been running for a little bit. So I'm going to hit live stack. All right, so I just got my first 5-minute long image. This is frame number 1, 5 minutes long. As you can see, the blue is definitely too bright. The red needs to come up a little. So I'm going to bring blue down. I think this is going to change throughout the night. It usually does. I'm going to bring blue down. I'm going to say right in here. That's at 38. And I'm just going to go up a little with red. We'll see what the next 5-minute image does. But all in all, oops, I bet you, and I did not. I can almost guarantee you I did not. Add in. I did not. And a flat. Okay, so I need to put a flat in real quick. I probably can't remember if I have a flat for... No, I'll have to make a flat before I do the image, so I have a flat that has the RGB filter on it. All right, so I'm going to let this run until I get tired. And meanwhile, I'm on my 9.25 doing the exact same thing. All right, good morning for me. I ended up getting 65 frames at 300 seconds. So that is just over 5 hours. Yeah, like, I don't know, 5 hours and 10 minutes or something. So not bad, right? That's good. Normally, I take a look at them and go through with Blink and get rid of the bad ones. AI didn't say to do that, so since we're going what ChatGPT told me to do, it didn't say to do that. I used a bias with this RGB filter that it told me to use. I also made a dark with the RGB filter. I did not have a dark before nor a bias before. And then flats, I have all the flats, but it ended up using this one, obvious. So that's good. And then post calibration, I made sure I enabled drizzle. I did 2 times there. I left all that the same where I normally keep stuff. And then it followed the pipeline. So it created everything. And if you've watched other videos that I have, I'll show you where I always use C-temp and the reason why. So let's take a look. So we have 2 masters. In previous videos, I showed you how to get rid of that, but when you turn on drizzle, this comes back. So we have 2 masters. Let's open them up. All right, so our drizzle, this is from the LN on drizzle. Let's get rid of that. We don't care. All right, so this is our drizzle. Let's open up the STF. Where'd you go? I generally work on the screen that's over on this side. It's one of those great big 42-inch Dells. I think it's beautiful to work on. So let's expand you. Okay, we have some light pollution, but AI is going to help us do this. Okay, and this is the non. All right, so let's get AI up. Where are we? All right, let me fix this to fit onto your screen. All right. Now let's remind it just what we did. Imaging NGC 488. I already stacked and PixInsight. I will send screenshots of both the drizzle and the non-drizzle. This first one, let's spell first right. First one is with drizzle. Okay, so now let's go. Get you out of the way. Where are you? There we go. All right, so let's go to the drizzle. I'm going to hit my print screen. All right, I'm going to send that. Okay, I'll drag this back in so you guys can see it. Please take a look and advise on my PixInsight workflow. All right, now let's paste it. Okay, here's our first one. Okay, it's thinking, while it's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and get this one ready. All right, there's that. All right. Let's see what it says. So it tells me, excellent. This is exactly what I was hoping we'd start doing together. See what I mean about the personality? The Google one, which I'll show you, just doesn't have this personality. It just tells you what to do. And before I critique, thank you for sending the image in this stage. This so far is more valuable than looking at a finished image because I can see the data is going to be before it's going to be processed. All right, so actually, I think it's better than you probably realize. So that's good because I don't think it looks that good. Remember, this is what just over 5 hours. Um, I think your data is limited. I think your gradient limited. Okay, here's what I see. It tells me my focus is good. Stars are nice and tight. It's my EAF nailed it. Guiding, very good. No obvious elongation. Okay, that's good. Framing, I liked it. Yes, I definitely left extra room around. That's what I wanted. All right, here's the elephant. My biggest issue, which is I'm colorblind, so this is where I really need the help. Okay, my left side I have a green and cyan, if you say so. The center I have magenta, and the lower right I have yellow. That's not from the nebula. It's a combination of light pollution, airflow, optical gradient, possible little moonlight. Exactly, everything that I know that I have. Okay, um, we have that. We have orange here, nice contrast. Okay, that's happy with that. Okay, weighted batch balance done. Yes, I am. Okay, so first thing it wants me to do is crop. Okay, then it's going to have me run Graph Expert, then spectral color calibration, and then BlurX. And now comes something that has become our thing. Doesn't like that? I mean, that's the personality this thing's given me. Um, Instead of jumping into a full stretch, and it wants me to use GHS, just enough to see what's there, then stop and let it. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, it's going to drizzle. I'm not convinced drizzle is buying you very much. Here we go. This was questions I've had. Here's why. Carbon star has image, blah, blah, blah. This is already well sampled. Okay, so that's why when I look at this one, to me it looks better. Okay, here is the non-drizzle image. What do you think, and which one should I use? Okay, let's see what it says. Oh, there we go, right away. So to me, without even going further, this image looked better than the drizzle. And this is not the first time I've done drizzle where I have not used the drizzle. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of you. All right, let's go back to see what chat says. Okay, it didn't buy anything meaningful. Okay, talk about image scale. Okay, honestly, I don't really see it. Instead, slight more gain, a much larger file, longer processing time without a noticeable increase. Okay, so it's telling me, in my case, at least on this image, that the drizzle was not worth my time. All right, so remember, ChatGPT told me to call it lucky. Lucky for the carbon star, used the no drizzle. Good seeing, blah, blah, blah. Okay, now, so I did all this. Okay, now dynamic crop. So now it's time to do the crop. So again, I'm going to follow all these steps. And then I'll bring you back after, I guess, number 13. So I'll see you guys in a couple seconds. All right, so here's something. I'm at this point here where I'm at evaluate, but here it told me to do dynamic crop and then SPCC. It didn't, PixInsight didn't know the image after that. So I had to run image solver first, which I will tell chat that, so it needs to fix it. And then let's have it take a look. Okay, first two things. First is I had to run image solver after running dynamic crop before SPCC would work. Please add that to the workflow. So now from now on, it'll tell me that to do that. Secondly, attached is the image after running an GRA expert. Please advise on, please advise. Let's just leave it at that. Paste it in. Let's see what he has to say. All right, so now it added that to it. All right, so dynamic crop, boom, it now knows. Now image solver. Okay. So now next time it'll know to do that. All right, so now huge improvement. Seriously, this is why I wanted expert. All right, after mine immediately goes the crest image. That's exactly what we want. The background's much better, far more even, more neutral, much easier to process. I don't think graph expert damaged the nebula at all. That's good. The faint nebulosity. This is what made me smile. Look at the left side of your image. Do you see the faint H alpha that was not there before? Let's take a look. Okay, so we must be talking about that up in there. Now remember, me being colorblind is my biggest problem. I barely see it, so let's tell him that. All right, back to this one. That tells me graphic picture preserved, excellent. Noise looks unchanged. That's good. Graphic search should be your noise reduction. Shouldn't be your noise reduction tool. Right, I didn't use it for that. One thing I would not do is run DBE now. Okay. The last image I did, it told me to run DBE next. So this is interesting. This is where I'm saying I would have followed my workflow, just like most of us would have, things that we've learned. In this case, it's telling me, don't do it. And this is where I'm saying this guy or this tool is, to me, the ultimate. It's a trap. That's funny. They think Rack Expert DBE, then ABE, and another DBE. Pretty soon, all their subtraction, the real nebulosity. Interesting. Okay, I have one concern, a very small one. Extreme upper left corner, there might be a hint of residual brightness there. I'm not convinced it's enough to worry about. I'd rather see what happens after stretching before we try fixing it. Okay, so stop here. This is your new master. We now move forward, not sideways. All right, so now I'm going to follow these next steps and I'll be back. So I am surprised that it asked this. Who knows? But we'll give him his answer. So, and if you ask this, and this goes back to me saying you learn how to talk to chat, or the Google one, whichever one you decide to use. I would try with both of them to see which one you like better. You learn to ask it questions because, as you say, it's expecting me to say, "How do I use PixInsight?" But again, I was surprised that it asked me that. Okay, now when it told me to take the image, it told me I might be doing more to save this. So I got a feeling in a day when it's a little clearer, which it might be in a week or so, to do add more 5 hours. We'll see what it says to do. I'm always going to be asking this questions. Okay, there it is. It needs another 5 hours. Just what I thought I was going to say. Good choice. It's telling me I did a good choice listening to it. See, this is where some of it's odd because it'll add in stuff that you think it knows, but it probably doesn't store memory the way you and I do. Okay, my norm now would have been to stretch again. And here it's telling me not to stretch. So, and this is why I wanted to start using, because I noticed some guys' images really look good. And you question, are they that much better at it? Are they that much more experienced? Are they cheating and not telling you they're cheating? Are you actually looking at their images or did they steal one? You don't know. That's one of the reasons why I want to make sure when you see stuff of mine, you know the process that I'm using. I struggle with my colors, and I will always struggle with my colors, which is why I reached out to AI to ask it for help. And the amount of help that it's given me, as you can see, is far beyond me asking you, me asking, watching videos, me looking at some of the big guys on the internet that are showing how to do this. I mean, this is like verbatim, image by image. It's like having the teacher right there with you as you're learning this craft. All right, and the final product. So it stopped me here, which it even told me it's not the final product. It's telling me that it recommends I need probably another 5 hours worth of integration. But all in all, AI is very happy with it, and so am I. So this is where it stopped me. It told me that the next step would be to make it a starless image and then promote it from there. And I did that. I'm going to show you that one. The other cool thing that it told me to do, which I've never thought about, which I really liked, is it had me do a duplicate of the image before it was, anything done to it. By the way, if you hear it, it's pouring outside right now. And it told me to make the starless and then push the starless beyond what I normally would push to try to overdo it and make this the mask. So that's kind of cool that this was the mask that generated this. And then I, went through the things that it told me to do. And then at the end, it said that it'd like me to make a starless image, use curves to get it going, and really nothing needed to be done to the stars. So then I took the image that was the clone, which was that one. Actually, I did a second clone. And then I took that image and using PixInsight, or I shouldn't say PixInsight, PixMath, I generated an image from this one and from this clone, and this is the result. So I'm real happy with the HA gases that I see over here. See that white right there? That's not supposed to be there from what AI is telling me. It said that I might have pushed it a little too far. So I think when I get the 5 more hours worth of integration, I think this image is going to turn out very nice. So there you go. So I did not tell AI to do it for me. I asked AI what I should do. All along, ChatGPT told me what a great job I was doing, how it agreed with the decisions I made, and how it's going to work with me from now and forever on my imaging. And it basically told me my color blindness that I consider a problem is not a problem because I knew what to do. But the key is for me knowing what to do is getting all the histogram lines dead on top of each other. I did that in SharpCap, and I did it here. It did not have me push very hard with GHS to push it, so I was very happy. So there you go. If you want to start using AI, you can use the free version of Google. In the free version of Google, let me make this smaller so you can see it. In the free version of Google, basically you just go to AI mode and start talking. Also in the free version of Google, you're going to need to make a profile, and it will talk you through the profile. And there's my profile. So basically it knows what I am. It knows I'm red-green. It knows what I prefer. I told it how I prefer more natural looking than other fake looking stuff. And then what my setups are. So if you want to use the free version of Google, go for it. If you want to start paying for ChatGPT, go for it. Either one is going to help you dramatically, and I do mean dramatically, with your astrophotography. I don't feel like I'm cheating because I'm using AI. To me, it's just another tool that I use along with my knowledge of PixInsight and my knowledge of astrophotography. So there you go. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully you learned something from it. Again, my name is Ken. Like you, I'm a modern astronomer. I call myself Wolf Run Observatory because in about a week or so, my new roll-off roof will arrive, completely assembled, and I'll have a whole other video on that and why I chose the one that I chose. All right, thank you for watching. If you like this, give me a like.